Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boys coming at you live with our Royal Rumble predictions. We're going to be playing some WWE 2K22 in the background. We're going to be doing a Royal Rumble with a mix of regular characters and custom characters. And I'm going to be playing as Jeff Hardy. I am one of the hosts, Sebastian, here with my lovely co-host.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Chris.
Jaden. Yeah.
Oh, kids
Yeah.
these days.
Jade. So just letting you know about us. I grew up on WWE. I kind of fell out like once I turned like around 16, and then I really got into it over the last 2 years again. So like from 23 to the current.
Yeah, you're what, 25?
Yeah. Jaden has
Zero
wrestling
knowledge.
experience.
He falls asleep during every WWE pay-per-view we watch, but, you know, he's a wild
And
card.
we take him to live events, but he means
He's enjoyed it. But then myself, I've liked it since I was like 4 or 5, and I'm 33, and no stopping me now.
Yeah. So, this is our inaugural podcast, and we figured it's a perfect time to start with our Royal Rumble predictions.
Royal Rumble. It's one of the best pay-per-views out there.
Yeah, dude, because you get a mix of like good like not fighters, but good like good wrestlers, and you get like old school people that show up to surprise you, and then you get like just people that haven't wrestled in a while coming back.
Well, you have a lot of good spots, like Kofi Kingston over the years saving himself with handstands and things, and you got the Women's Rumble now, and, you know, I don't know, Kane and
Pogo sticking on the announcer chairs back on
yeah.
Kofi
Yep.
Kingston again.
Yeah, you have like Kane with the most eliminations, which was then beaten a couple of years ago by, I do believe it was like Braun Strowman, maybe. Could have been Brock. I can't remember. But you know, gotta love it. From the shortest entry time in like Santino Marella of a second to an hour, Rey Mysterio wins it. I mean, who doesn't love a Royal Rumble? Solid. But yeah, this year will be pretty good too. Gonna be intense. Got a lot of good matches. Some pretty easy predictions, I think. Some surprises gonna happen.
Yeah, where's Royal Rumble taking place at again? Do you remember the
Valid
location?
question. Let me look that up. I do remember. I wanted to say Texas, but I don't know if I'm wrong on that one.
Oh, dude, Texas? We might see Stone Cold
Special
come back.
appearance, maybe.
I know that people said that he was.
Thanks, Tigger. Appreciate it.
So I do ask you guys bear with us. I do have a puppy who will be our unofficial fourth host of the podcast.
Man. You'll hear him.
Yeah.
But no, it is San Antonio, Texas. That's what
San
I thought.
Antonio? Yeah,
Alamo
dude.
Dome.
I'm definitely calling Steve Austin like appearance.
Well, 30th anniversary of Raw is coming up too, in a day or two. So that
Yeah.
also could be a Stone Cold pop there. Would he be in the Rumble? No, but will he show up? Yeah.
Well, there's
I can
been
see
rumors that he's actually thinking about coming out of retirement. You know.
Well, you had a great match with Kevin Owens at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I would love that. Who doesn't love Stone Cold? Chug beer, stun people, flip them off. That's the way America's made. I grew up on that. Those are the days. Buddy Murphy versus Mick Foley. That'd be a hell of an interesting thing. Buddy Murphy.
Dude,
Walter.
what if Mick Foley shows up and plays like all four personas?
See, that's what I want them to do with Bray Wyatt. Put Bray Wyatt in the Rumble as Bray Wyatt, as The Fiend, as Uncle Howdy, but I think there's a different person as Uncle Howdy. But point is, like, you can mimic Mick Foley as Bray Wyatt and do it a lot better. I would like to see that, but the Pitch Black match is going to be interesting. You have...
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You misspoke. It is the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match.
Yeah, valid. Shout out to Mountain Dew. Who doesn't love it? Someone here is actually drinking Code Red.
Yep. Potential future sponsor. Always looking for sponsors.
Hey, we'd drink Mountain Dew every day if we were. But Pitch Black, Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
Bradshaw. I'm sorry, I mean
JBL. Yeah, JBL. Whoa. Bradshaw was
Dude, I was
drinking
watching,
beers back in the day.
I was watching talking about Kofi Kingston surviving a Royal
Yeah, the old
Rumble
Rumbles. Yeah.
on where he had the announcer chair. I think it was Michael Cole. I'm not sure. But he goes, "Oh, Bradshaw helped him out," and I was like, "Bradshaw."
That man
I'm
had
sorry,
hair and
sir.
drank beer.
That's JBL. Bradshaw was a badass.
I did watch some of the old Rumbles just out of kind of boredom mixed with like excitement of the new Royal Rumble. So, oh my God, custom characters.
Oh.
But yeah, so I did like some of the old classics, from Stone Cold winning back in the day to your rise like John Cena, Batista, some of the future greats that won. There's Jaden chiming in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like a lot of the Rumbles were good over the years, some not, but lately I'm very intrigued this year. Triple H in charge. I think it'll be a hell of a Royal Rumble. I think you're in for surprises.
Well, not just Triple H being in charge. I didn't show you this article earlier, but Fightful Selects pretty much stated that supposedly Vince McMahon is actually very happy with the way the company's going right now.
Well, he should be. It's better.
Yeah, so I think it's, you see a lot of rumors that now that he's back that he's involved and he's going to, take over again. But I think he's genuinely in for what he says he's in for, which is selling the company.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense because, I was going to say Triple H tweeted, or I think it was a tweet, but Triple H came out saying that nothing related to Vince McMahon has any impact on him and creative.
Yeah.
So it's like he's still Triple H doing what he does right now, which Tigger agrees, has been better. I feel like in a lot of ways better matches, people getting the amount of, I feel like, credit and show on air that they deserve. And then the Rumble, like I said, I don't think you're going to see the cliche Brock Lesnar and you're going to know who wins and be unhappy about it. I feel like this year you're going to see a shocking elimination or two. You're going to have a winner in the men and women's that deserve it. You're going to have, I think it'll be, he's done us right so far, so.
Yeah, I think he's done great since he's taken control. I also think that just because of the attitude and environment that he brings to the promotion, we're going to see a lot more legends appear too. I just feel like with the charisma he has and like how people are looking up to him, like I've seen like wrestlers talk about him and seen him like kind of like in the father figure role. So seeing the impact he's had in the locker room, I feel like a lot of veterans would want to come back and just see the impact, wrestle underneath him one time in a promotion.
Well, some of them wrestled with him, so it's like, hey, they may be friends outside the ring, inside the ring. Maybe they hate him, who knows? But it's like, I feel like he'll be able, like you said, that's how we brought back a lot of the people anyways. Why we have Karrion Kross, why we have, almost a whole, dozen different people they brought back. Hit Row is another group that I feel like should have been brought back, and they were. Karrion Kross especially should have been brought back. And if anyone could see what I'm watching right now, it would be Sebastian's dog pulling a bag away from an area that he's not supposed to be able to get into. And he secretly snuck into it and grabbed the bag. And he took the bag out and is now destroying it. So, yeah, we do have that going on. But anyways, we got a good Rumble going on in the ring, actually, at the moment. Dear Lord, now that I look at it. Dexter Lumis, Braun Strowman, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Kanye, Roman Reigns, Walter, Cactus Jack, Eddie Guerrero. What a hell of a Rumble here. If this was actually in the ring right now, this would be pretty damn amazing. And speaking of Dexter Lumis, another guy Triple H brought back, great character, great bring back. Excuse me. You have him in the crowd. He attacks the Miz. At first, you don't know maybe who it is. He's masked. Next thing you know, you get a clip or two of it's Dexter Lumis. Bam! Now he's back in WWE with a great intro video. I feel like a great persona, and I liked him in NXT. Shame to see him go. Kind of like half of them. Like I said, Hit Row was another group. Karrion Kross, especially, he was absolutely butchered and misused when they called him up to Raw. I'm happy to see him back. Scarlett as well, and also you're going to see NXT people, I think, in the Rumble this year. I think a lot of call-ups are going to happen, whether it happens at the Rumble, after the Rumble, maybe after WrestleMania. But, Toxic Attraction, don't even get me started on Gigi Dolan, but they're going to be an instant call-up. I feel like they could be in the Women's Rumble. Right now they're going to be, triple threat for the NXT title, which is a cool concept. I do miss Mandy Rose. Shout out to her. But, that's a heck of a group. Also, some of the men in the NXT roster at the moment, Tyler Bate coming back. He could be in the Rumble. That's a NXT person possibly. But, I think we got a good one going. Luckily, Sebastian's back.
Yes, yes. Now, when it comes to NXT, unfortunately, I don't really watch it too often. I've never really, I just recently got into wrestling again, so I'm not familiar with a lot of NXT superstars right now, so I can't really speak on any come-ups from there. But I do want to speak on some ideas I've seen people throw around online. How do you feel about a possible CM Punk return to WWE at the Royal Rumble?
I mean, blatantly, I would just assume not going to happen because probably under contract with AEW and stuff like that, can't, all that stuff.
Well, there are rumors that they're buying him out of the contract soon.
But that's what I mean. Would it be done enough to have him show up in the Royal Rumble somehow? But then again, they opened the Forbidden Door last year. They brought in Mickie James, the Impact Women's Champion, with the title belt. That was a little bit of a shock with Vince in control. So
True,
maybe they do bring it in. But the other
Impact
thing is
a way smaller promotion.
Yeah. Well, I can see them doing a New Japan kind of thing, or maybe Sasha Banks not debuts, but maybe Sasha Banks comes back in some
I believe
capacity.
you mean something Monet. I forgot what the name was.
So I didn't know. See, that's on me on that one. I didn't know she changed it, but
Mercedes
it makes sense.
Monet.
Mercedes Monet, that's what it was. I didn't know if she had to change it in theory, but I'm just saying I could see her coming back as a logical thing. Maybe even Naomi. Naomi's married to, one of the Usos. Can't remember if it's Jay or Jimmy. God, I get those confused. Jay?
Yeah.
I did those two, I tell you. Greatest tag team, but don't remember which one's which on a daily basis.
Do you think they're going to split the title soon?
I don't know. They got to do something about that soon. I don't know if we're going to have that permanent.
I think at Raw this week, they're being challenged specifically for the Raw title.
I think that's maybe a little foreshadowing to they're splitting it soon. Because there has been a lot of talk of giving Roman, dropping one belt and not both, which I could see. Or maybe him defending one each night of WrestleMania. Yeah. But they did only say for the Raw Tag Team Champion, unless that's a typo or they change it. They do that all the time. But I could see that as a way that they're going to split it. Maybe have them drop one belt. I mean, also the Bloodline, I can see that splitting up soon. There's a lot of cracks being laid. That's one of my people to win the Royal Rumble is actually Sami Zayn. Leave it him versus Cody Rhodes in the final two. And, I don't care who wins, honestly. But Cody's my personal thought as to who's going to win. But how do you not have Sami win and use that to challenge Roman and have that be the deciding little, bloodline thing? Roman doesn't want him to challenge anybody. He decides to challenge Roman or something. But, I said,
that would be a cool storyline. And, well, while we're mentioning it, we might as well go into it, and then we'll continue the podcast with further topics from there. But who is your pick for this year's Royal Rumble winner? Well,
Jaden.
we're having technical difficulties right now.
Seth Rollins
just woke up.
I believe he said what?
Seth Rollins.
I think he's picking Seth Rollins. Might be the only guy he knows, but here's the difference. Taker, what are you doing now? He actually didn't pick a bad person. I think he's maybe a final 4 or 5 in the Royal Rumble. It might be dependent on if he wins the US title.
It's not a bad choice. My issue is I think they have a really good story going on with him in the United States Championships team. I don't think they push him towards WWE Championship in the middle of that storyline. It feels weird to take him out right now.
Well, that's the same concept I have with Bobby Lashley, who's fighting Theory for it. So, I don't know who wins that, probably Theory, but either way, you're going to have maybe a concept of those three going at it for a while for that title, which I'm cool with.
Yeah.
But also, Bobby Lashley could be a person who goes deep in the Rumble. Not going to win, but deep in the Rumble. I mean, if he was the Almighty still, I could see him kind of doing that. But he's, he is still, a badass. I do love Bobby Lashley, but my thing is just, there's a lot going on here. Oh God, there he is, making his appearance. Tell him hello, Tigger. Yeah, Bobby Lashley's going to do great. But once again, I don't see him being the winner. But like I said, my pick, Jaden's with Seth Rollins, not bad. Top 5 or final 5 candidate for sure. Oh man, I miss Keith Lee. Love that guy. Insanely athletic for a big man. Anyways, my pick to win it is most people's, I believe, and I mean I don't know how it isn't, and that would be Cody Rhodes. But second to Cody Rhodes is Sami Zayn, and then behind him would have to be a Seth Rollins. I feel like so. I'm going with Cody as my pick, but I really would not be surprised, and I'm definitely okay with Sami Zayn taking that home.
Yeah, I agree with you. I definitely see Cody as a shoe-in. I mean, we already saw the package. He's announced that he will be returning. I do think it was kind of lame giving us that package. I kind of thought it would be better just to surprise, like, bam, I'm back, I'm fully healed. But yeah, I think Cody is a shoo-in. I do like the Sami Zayn story, but I feel like that's more the WWE community wanting that story versus like what's actually being laid out on the table.
Well, you could let the bloodline unfold without the Royal Rumble involved. Now, here's the thing: maybe you build that. What if you have Sami Zayn eliminate one or both of the Usos? What if you have Solo? Actually, hold on a second. Wild card dark horse to win the Royal Rumble, Solo Sikoa. Because what if you have him win and that separates the bloodline?
Okay, real quick, explain wild card dark horse.
Like what I'm just saying is like who's your wild card like not completely out of left field would be like, oh, someone who's never gonna win. I mean, I'm saying more like wild card, like a dark horse, like I just named my top 3 who might be most people's, and that would be Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like at least Cody Rhodes is in everybody's top 2.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I could argue someone who might win, that would be a shocker and out of nowhere, but makes a lot of sense, could be a Solo Sikoa. Someone who they're building as a strong, dominant, doesn't lose. He's using the Samoan spike like Umaga. He could win, and he is left challenging Roman. You know what I mean? Like, who else does he challenge? Roman. That would be, wait, what? Solo won? And then maybe Roman expects him to not use it, and that breaks up the bloodline. But I mean, I don't expect this to happen, but like a wild card, like a dark horse, like someone who could win, that would be like because he's going to be in the Rumble. But back to my original point would be, what if Sammy eliminates him rather than teaming up? Or what if he eliminates Sammy rather than teaming up? Like, because if the bloodline is in the Rumble, why don't the 3 or 4 of them, team up and try to get everybody out? So it's like, what if that happens, which fuels that fire? Sami Zayn's pissed a bit or something because Solo throws him out. But, that way he doesn't win the Rumble. And everyone's going to get they're going to be a pop of, everyone's going to be just pissed that Sammy's out of the Rumble. So I could see that happening, but no, that's what I mean by a wild dark horse. Yeah, so I mean, who would be your wild card?
Well, I honestly think Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, that is out of nowhere too.
Yeah.
See, he was a main eventer.
I think he's a main eventer. He just doesn't get pushed enough. I feel like they see that he's valuable mid-carder and they keep him in that lane. So I think wild card would be definitely Dolph Ziggler. Now,
but see, he's never won either. But he can make a good run in that. You never know. See, that's what I mean. That's like someone who I don't think he will win. But like, would it be insane if he did? No. And would people be happy? Probably yes. And it would be a shock. Like I said, it's someone who might win. Like, they're not gonna have, someone like, I don't know, like Cedric Alexander. I'm sorry, but you're not winning the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? Like
or
that.
Walter.
No, now see, Walter's another strong. The issue with Walter is he's currently Intercontinental Champion. If he drops the belt to Braun Strowman or somebody else,
what if he just resigns? It's like, I won the Rumble. I want to go for.
I mean, he could go for a double champ. He wouldn't need to. He could just go for. But they just usually. I mean, Seth Rollins was U.S. champ and WWE champ at one. Or Universal
champ. That's how you would make it undisputed, right? You merge. Isn't that how they usually do it? Merge Intercontinental with the.
Yeah, so he would have to go against. Well, no, that would be more like they would.
No, heavyweight and WWE title would be undisputed.
So that's what. Right, that's when they had the belt back in the. Yeah, so that's the thing is. Walter, if he drops the belt, but they just had him beat Braun Strowman pretty clean, and Walter looks amazing right now.
We're in the Rumble right now.
Oh,
I need to put the dog down.
Walter.
No, Jeff Hardy.
Oh yeah, you were Jeff Hardy. Oh shit, Sebastian forgot he was playing. But yeah, so Walter, I feel like if he loses the belt, maybe he could win. But even then, imagine him versus Roman. Imagine him versus Roman, like Walter Roman. What a hell of a match that is. So yeah, I don't think he wins, but wouldn't that be something?
All right, and who's your completely out of left field pick? Like, I just got eliminated. I didn't even get to play.
Attaboy. Well, Jeff Hardy ain't winning. Sorry. So here's the thing. Jaden just said something. Hey, Snoop Dogg's in the ring. Peace out, Snoop Dogg. What up, buddy? So here's the thing. Who will never win the Royal Rumble but would be fun to pick?
They could even not even be in the promotion. You could be like an Impact star, or like AEW star, or New Japan, Neo, whichever.
Well, yeah, it'd be amazing to see Kenny Omega break in through the forbidden door.
Oh,
damn!
Because to me, I feel like
that would be a hell of a thing.
Just because of how big of a company WWE is, I feel like every indie wrestler who's great, what they should do is once they're at their retirement age, they make a deal with WWE. They come in, they do, maybe like their last hoorah with the WWE, and then they retire and get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Kind of like a Sting situation. I think Sting did it amazing.
Yeah,
last WCW holdout.
I do like
finally
Sting.
Comes to WWE, gets put in the Hall of Fame. Says fuck you.
Oh, I'm all for that. Yeah. Well, see, I do like him much better in AEW. They've used him a hell of a lot better.
Oh yeah.
But we saw him live actually, and that was quite amazing. Childhood, goal achieved there. I've seen Goldberg. I've seen Sting. I've never seen Stone Cold in person. I've definitely seen most of the WWE superstars though. So here's the thing though. Chill. Who would be the so Kenny Omega I guess would be the crazy one, but an out of nowhere pick that would just be fun would just be like someone that like I feel like who's somebody the crowd likes but also is never gonna win the Royal Rumble. It's like it would just be fun to see somebody that's just like out of nowhere.
Santino Marella.
Yeah, he was a character, but I'm trying to think of just
Bill Delphine.
EDP is
I mean, I would like now. Here's another. Outside of that, yeah, Kenny Omega is who I'm sticking with. I mean, you could go to a Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole, John Moxley. I mean, all would be shockers and hella people to win if they could, but this won't really happen. But still on that same line, what about who's a surprise entrant?
I think Jeff Hardy. I think WWE is going to make up for what they did. Because I think that did send him down a bad spiral. And I know that he is recovering. I know that Matt recently talked on one of his podcasts and said I think Jeff Hardy might be done. But I don't know. I would really hope for him to go out like on a good note. I think WWE would do good to say like, hey, we falsely, jumped the gun. He wasn't under the influence. We got the drug test back. It came back that he was negative, and I believe that's what kind of sent him down the spiral to kind of relapse. So like now that I think that he's doing better, I think it'd be cool, entrant into the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, no, I mean that would be a surprise. I don't expect that to happen at all, but I love Jeff Hardy. He's one of my favorites from a kid to now. Swanton bomb, ladders through tables. I mean, dear God, Jeff Hardy is absolutely phenomenal. But here's the thing: I'd say another surprise or two. I think it's not. Maybe it isn't surprising, but I feel like Edge coming back makes sense. I mean, he actually came back to WWE at a Royal Rumble. Yeah. He won. I don't see it happening again. But my thing is, previous winner. And
I feel like
pop.
It's been a good enough time since what was the pay-per-view where he had the fight with Judgment?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's been out for I think it happened even in a Raw, but
a good time.
Well, it was
for
a
him to come
pay-per-view.
back.
Beth Phoenix was involved, and that's another person. She might even be in the Women's Rumble. Makes a lot of sense for her to appear there too. But I think Edge coming back is a surprise and makes sense.
Honestly, I think both of them coming back at the Royal Rumble would be perfect because then they can continue the story.
Well, and the thing is, he doesn't need to win it all. Like I said, he just needs to. He can eliminate Finn Balor, Damian Priest. You know what I mean? Like, I think you're going to also see Rey Mysterio. I just noticed he's in the ring right now, so I feel like Rey Mysterio is going to be.
Sir, that's Rey Mysterio 2005.
I'm sorry.
Better clarify.
Shout out to young Rey Mysterio.
That's not that young. That's not WCW.
But, well, dude, when you think about it, that's 18 years ago, so that is definitely younger Rey Mysterio.
Wait a minute. That's how Rey Mysterio looked when Jaden was born.
Jaden, who is now half awake.
He's not awake.
He was, he doesn't know much about 2005 Rey Mysterio. But, No, the thing
walks
is
away.
speaking on what was I saying though? Oh man, something about Rey Mysterio. Oh,
Rey Mysterio,
so I do think Rey
Dominic
Mysterio, Dominic
Or,
Mysterio. I do believe you said Dominic Guerrero. I do. I mean, you're not wrong. They are close enough.
I'm pretty sure he still has
Eddie did win
custody
him
of
once
War.
back in the day. The WWE, gotta love old school WWE. Fight for your kid against Eddie Guerrero, uncle versus father. But it is kind of cool though, as someone who's older, seeing young Dominic, and then now you see grown up Dominic wrestling. That's kind of nuts. But
it does suck that Dominic has the face of a foot, though.
well, now he's prison Dominic. Don't forget.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
fuck with him.
Prison Mike.
Here's the thing. I definitely think you're going to see a square off of Rey Mysterio. So I feel like Rey Mysterio and Dominic are going to square off in the Royal Rumble. You're going to see a moment where they face off. I feel like Dominic eliminates Rey makes sense. Then again, Rey eliminating Dominic and being eliminated by Damian Priest right after, and maybe they battle a little bit outside. One of those two scenarios is probably going to play out there. I do believe it's going to set up Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania.
Well, my issue with that is I do remember Rey Mysterio saying that he would only fight Dom if that was like his retirement match. So do you think?
Well,
Rey
that's my
Mysterio's gonna
point.
call it quits
I
this
do
year?
believe Rey Mysterio is getting old. I believe he should retire, or I love him, but I think retirement makes sense this year or in the next year or 3. But doing something that they've been doing with Judgment Day, all the feuding outside, Rhea Ripley and him showing up on Christmas, even Thanksgiving, I just feel like Rey's had it. He's lost his son. They eliminate each other, one of the two, something like that, eliminates one another in the Royal Rumble. And it does set up the two, father versus son. Maybe it's not retirement, maybe it is. And, because the thing is, WWE could do two things. They could say this is a retirement match and come out and make it, if Rey loses, he's done. But you could also make it unofficial and have the match go down, somebody wins, and then maybe there's an attack after and Rey's written off for a while and, you just kind of don't see him again and he doesn't really retire, but he retires. So, I mean, that's kind of, I think, one of your options there that'll definitely play out, though. But that's back to surprises real quick.
Well, that is interesting. Sorry about that. I just putting the food down.
Back to surprises, though. I do feel like Edge makes sense. Also, I think you're going to see some of the legends or some of the iconics. Like, over the years, Hurricane's been in the Rumble. You might see someone like, in the women's, you might see Nikki and Brie Bella. You in the men's, you might see.
I saw an interview with Chris Masters recently. You think Chris Masters might come back?
So whether it's full time or not, that's another person I think could be in the Rumble.
Yeah,
Master
no, I
Lock
mean,
Champ.
just like
Maybe
the-
him and Bobby Lashley square off.
That'd be
You
pretty
know what I
cool.
mean? That'd be kind of fun. So, because I think back in the day, Bobby Lashley was the first person to break.
Rey Mysterio.
Hey, there he is.
Royal Rumble winner.
Going
Who
out
knows?
winning.
This may be a prediction.
What if it
We're
was?
going to be running the women's Royal Rumble next.
It very well could be, but that would be another shocker if Ray won. I'm not going to lie. I'd be stunned. I don't believe it'll happen. But he did it once. And so, no, I mean, that's my thing. Back to that surprises. Like I said, Nikki and Brie Bella. You might see like a Beth Phoenix. You really could see, maybe some of that, NXT call-ups, like I said. Toxic Attraction makes sense. So does Cora Jade is another one, definitely. And then even we've been talking a lot about the men's rumble, but the women's rumble. I think once again on that one, you're gonna have a lot of the normal classics in there. Bayley, Becky. I think Rhea Ripley is another favorite there.
Yes. Sorry, guys. We're choosing who we want to play as.
I don't know. I could go with. Let's do Mandy Rose. Let's pay a tribute to Mandy. Great NXT Women's Champion. Sorry to see her go, but Women's Rumble. Like I said, you're gonna see a lot of the greats in there. A lot of the ones you know. Some new talent from NXT. Like I said, Cora Jade, Toxic Attraction. Maybe Nikita Lyons. You're not gonna see a couple people that you might be used to thinking you will see, depending on what goes down in the title matches, Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair. Maybe Bianca Belair enters the Rumble if she loses to Alexa Bliss. Maybe Alexa Bliss is in it. Maybe she's not. I don't really know. Oh, here's an interesting one. Lacey Evans. They've been doing a lot of videos of her being a Marine and everything. Maybe she comes back at the Women's Royal Rumble. That would make sense to debut her there. Yep. Armed Services, Sebastian, shout out. Yeah, so she'll come back. That's another one. I don't think she'd win it, but definitely could see her coming back. But winners for the Rumble here, I'll kick it off. I do believe the Women's Rumble will be won by Rhea Ripley. I think she is my pick to take it. Maybe outside Rhea Ripley, my number 2 would be maybe Raquel Rodriguez. I think that makes sense. So Rhea Ripley, I think she's on fire right now as part of Judgment Day. It would be good with her going against maybe Charlotte if she retains on that side, or else Bianca would make sense, or even if it's Alexa. I mean, anybody there. I do like Rhea Ripley. Maybe a dark Alexa Bliss versus Rhea Ripley, or...
Well, yeah, going into Alexa Bliss, I do think Rhea Ripley is my number 1 choice, but my second vote would actually be Alexa Bliss. I think it'd be a cool storyline to further with her and Bray Wyatt to see maybe Alexa. I don't know. Maybe Alexa Bliss wins, and that furthers that storyline, and she does a full turn. Maybe she's a double entrant. Maybe Alexa Bliss regular starts off.
Nice Alexa and then Dark Alexa.
And Dark Alexa comes in as entrant number 30, and it's just bam.
Well, and speaking on seeing the game real quick, there's Dakota Kai. You're gonna see people all of Damage Control in the Women's Rumble. Maybe they work together, and what if you get Final 3 Damage Control? Bayley, Dakota.
What if Damage Control is in all at the same time, and they do the Too Cool dance?
Wouldn't that be something? Dude, I miss those days. Rikishi. Oh, well, speaking of that, I wonder if we'll see him on Raw 30. That'd be dope to see Rikishi.
Well, speaking of Raw 30 and Rikishi, they said the full bloodline will be present.
I wonder if that means The Rock. I doubt it.
Well, not just The Rock. What if the entire... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to mess up their name. I'm gonna Google it and come back to the name part. I do apologize.
I'll speak
what
to
if
The
the
Rock,
entire
though.
family shows up? You can have The Rock.
You could have all of them.
You can have Rikishi.
Yep. Well, you would have the normal Roman, the Usos, Solo. But that's what I'm saying. Would The Rock come? He should. He's the
They
family.
have a couple
But
cousins I think in there right now too.
Oh yeah. But would you, like I said, would The Rock come? I think The Rock not showing up leads to why Rock versus Roman happens. So I don't believe Rock will make a debut. I mean, he's busy. So I don't think The Rock will. Well, I see you would say it doesn't matter what I think. But
Well, there's been a lot of rumors.
yeah, the rumors swirl. That's what I'm
What's The
saying.
Rock doing right now?
I don't know. Could be filming. He's always filming.
Filming what though?
I
He
don't
hasn't
know.
announced
The man
any
acts
projects
everywhere.
recently.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe he comes back. I don't know.
His recent.
What if he comes back at the Rumble? What if he comes back at the Rumble, wins the Rumble, and goes against Roman? I don't know.
That would be
Anything could happen. There's a surprise for you.
Talking about Roman versus Rock, I think that's a high probability for a WrestleMania.
Well, there's 2 nights, remember. What if
2
Roman
nights.
wrestles both nights?
I'd say WrestleMania predictions. First night is going to be him versus Cody Rhodes for the championship. And second night is going to be Roman versus Rock.
And that would be because Cody wins the Rumble in your mind?
Yes.
I would agree there.
I do see Cody winning the Rumble.
But see, yeah, my other thing, back to the Rumble, when you mentioned Alexa Bliss, though, you did mention Bray Wyatt. And Bray Wyatt is just absolutely killing it in WWE right now. Once again, Triple H brought him back. Phenomenal. We could have a whole hour's worth of discussion on Bray Wyatt alone and all his characters and who Uncle Howdy might be and everything, but we'll save that even for this one and a whole plethora of other podcasts. But the thing about Bray Wyatt is...
I looked it up, and it's the Anoa'i family, so I didn't want to butcher it, but yes, I do think... So they have a couple of people that are still in the family that might be there besides is Yokozuna?
No, Yokozuna passed away.
Yokozuna
Umaga
passed
is
away.
not alive anymore either.
Alpha and
Sika
might be there.
I could see that. I mean, Wild Samoans. I could see that. Like I said, obviously the Usos, Solo, Roman. I could see Rikishi coming back.
Yo, Nia Jax is related to
Yeah, she's The Rock's cousin. I knew that, so she's somehow related. Yeah, so and she used to be in WWE. She left, I think, because of her. Well, Naomi married an Uso,
right.
so once again, would she be there? Yes, maybe that's how they bring her back, but I don't really consider her the bloodline. She would have married into it. So my thing is that I feel like Rikishi would be the big shot because he hasn't come back in a long time. But what I was saying though was Bray Wyatt. I feel like none of us have considered what if Bray Wyatt wins the Royal Rumble, or what if he's in the Royal Rumble. He faces LA Knight in that Mountain Dew Pitch Black match, and I love LA Knight too. I think LA Knight is phenomenal. I think he is a Rock type of.
Is in the Royal Rumble.
Well, right, yeah.
Bray Wyatt has his Mountain Dew, possible future sponsor. We hope one day.
But my thing is,
match.
what if the Fiend wrestles in the Blackout match? I mean, that's the whole thing. Is who wrestles in that match? Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. I don't know, but whoever doesn't, does he enter the Rumble? That's the thing. And we'll ask Jaden. All right, Jaden's sleeping. Okay. So here's the thing. Does Bray Wyatt enter the Rumble? I don't know. He could face LA Knight and win, lose. He's not going to lose. Let's be real here. But I think he could enter the Rumble as a different character. I would love that.
What if he does lose? What if
that would put LA Knight over? I think. I mean, LA Knight is amazing. I love him on the mic. He has the look. He's good in the ring. I consider LA Knight as someone who has the charisma of The Rock, and that doesn't come around every day. And I like that guy. I think putting him with Bray Wyatt has been perfect. And what I'm saying is the loser of that match and or the winner should be in the Rumble and have a nice little run. And so I do think Bray Wyatt might be in, and it's just, would he be the Fiend? Would he be Bray Wyatt? Do they do a Mick Foley thing where he enters a few different characters? I would personally love that. But I don't really consider him as being able to win it, because I think Bray Wyatt is someone whose character is like, yeah, he could win the Royal Rumble, but also not right now, not this year. You don't need him to. I mean, he's his own. He supersedes the Royal Rumble almost in his character. I mean, he's Bray Wyatt, so I just feel like he can just do whatever he does. Have a match at WrestleMania, like, you know, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. So,
oh, dude, Felix followed me right now. Shout out to our boy Felix. Maybe he's gonna be a listener to this podcast one day.
Speaking of that, his dog ate his passport. Oh man! As I was getting bit by a dog, it made me think about it.
He ate up too.
Well, the bribe didn't work, did it? We're trying to get a puppy to chill, and he doesn't understand the concept of that. So, back on this though, I think you did say Rhea. I don't think Jaden is alive at the moment to weigh in.
I do know his answer though.
So who does Jaden think is winning the
told-
Women's Royal Rumble? We've lost it, folks. I think this is just a bunch of bullshit falling here.
As far as getting cut out. I need to recompose myself.
I think this adds humility. I think it just adds who we are as people.
This part might not get cut out.
No, I think it should make it. We're only human.
3, 2,
so who is
1.
Jaden picking?
Jaden said that he thinks Paige is going to come back to WWE and she's going to be on both shows at once.
I would be absolutely stunned. I would be floored by that. I would once again, Jaden not knowing much about life, revolving around the WWE, I would assume she can't do that. But, you know, hell, she didn't leave on bad terms. She's apparently cleared. You don't need to be... That's the thing about Cody Rhodes is I feel like how you know, healed is he? I think he's healed, but, like, I feel like a Royal Rumble, that type of match, you don't really need to be, you know, 100% for. Like, I feel like you could maybe wrestle while still recovering. You could wrestle while still recovering. So,
well, I've seen...
you know, Paige doesn't need to get too physical in a Royal Rumble. Once again, WWE's all about the Forbidden Door concept now, maybe. So, once again, I think another surprise for the women is, do you get Mickie James again? I think so. I think she did it last year. Why would she not do it again? I think you get the Bellas coming back. I think maybe you get someone like... who's the current Impact Women's Champ? Is it what's her name? I know the name, but I can't think of it.
beats me. I don't even know what channel it was.
Shit, yeah, I don't watch Impact whatsoever.
I used to watch it.
But if they did it last year with Mickie James as the champ, they can do it this year regardless of who the champ is, Mickie James or some unknown person. And then, like I said, you have your NXT call-ups too on the women's side and on the men's side. I think even the women's champ, you know, for NXT, she could Roxanne Perez. I think she makes maybe a spot. I mean, she's the women's champ.
You know who my wild card is going to be?
For the women?
Yeah. I think Vince McMahon's going to take control and he's going to... you're going to hate me for this one. I think he's going to say Ronda Rousey.
Well, see, I would hate that.
Yeah.
I think WWE would hate that.
Sabotage her right before he sells it.
I mean, I wonder if she's going to be in it. I could also see Shayna Baszler as being someone who maybe wins. They've been pushing her lately, and if Ronda's out or if Ronda doesn't even enter it, I think Shayna Baszler is someone who makes a lot of sense.
Well, I believe Fightful Select. I always have a tongue twister with their name. I think they said that they're de-pushing her and they're removing her from like a lot of WWE writing.
Yeah, I would. I'm over the Ronda idea. I really am. So I'm all for it. I think that, you know, it's going to be a good one this year. I love the Royal Rumble. I mean, who doesn't love WrestleMania? But in all honesty, Royal Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view every year. I think the 30-man and 30-women Royal Rumble is just absolutely amazing.
Who did we choose?
I know we chose Mandy Rose, but I haven't been paying attention much.
I think Mandy.
Oh, speaking of someone in the ring right now, and the Forbidden Door, Peyton Royce. I mean, she was amazing in WWE, I thought, as part of the Iconics, and she's now currently killing it, I believe, in Impact. So maybe they bring someone like her back. Or even Maurice. Maurice, she could be in the Rumble. Asuka as well, Doudrop. A lot of these people, minus Harley Quinn, could be in the Royal Rumble. But who knows? Harley Quinn makes an appearance.
I just thought of another surprise out of left field win for the men's Royal Rumble real quick. Eric Bischoff would come back.
Eric Bischoff, a 70-year-old wins.
Yes.
That's absolutely not going to happen. I will burst your bubble. Eric Bischoff. But then again, I mean, also there could be a celebrity. What if we get Bad Bunny in there? What if we get, I think Logan Paul is recovering from ACL surgery, but
he's also recovering from being canceled. I don't think WWE
valid.
That with their image.
Very valid. But my thing is,
those
are the two most recent celebrities that have been in.
I think
Outside of
Bad
maybe Rob
Bunny is
Gronkowski.
definite.
I mean, he was amazing, so I'd love to see him come back just for a pop and for some cool shit in the ring. I mean, obviously,
maybe Johnny Knoxville again.
Oh, that'd be fun. Why not? Well, I mean, he did it last year, so I was like, I don't see him maybe doing it again. But then again, why not? Why not throw him in the Rumble? That'd be a good random one to toss out. I mean, you'll have a lot of the normal in there, like a Shelton Benjamin. You'll probably see like, I mean, who else makes sense? Maybe the Alpha Academy, one or both of them. You might see one or two of the Street Profits. Because now here's what I would like to see. I would love to see a good run for. I would love to see a good run for Montez Ford because I feel like Montez Ford. I think they're building up for a singles run with him, and I think he will be a good singles star. I would hate to see them broken up though. I love the Street Profits, but I think some seeds have been planted. He was pretty pissed off the other day looking a time or two, and I mean, I don't want to see it, but I think they've been teasing it for a while. But I would love to see Montez Ford have a run. Maybe he even eliminates Dawkins, but I would really like to see him have a good run. There's Beth Phoenix entering this one here. I could see her. Oh, Stacy Keibler. What if she came back? Wouldn't that be something? Because they usually do like Tori Wilson, maybe Trish Stratus. That'd be cool to see some of that. That's who I grew up on. I think anyone around my age absolutely knows and loves Stacy Keibler, Trish Stratus, even Tori Wilson. Stratusfaction. I mean, dear Lord. We are having a dog attack us in the moment, but we're puppies. You gotta love a puppy. They speaking of old school WWE puppies. I mean, Jerry the King Lawler. Gotta love them. I do miss. Shout out to. I know we're just straight up a wrestling. We're all about all wrestling here. So speaking of AEW, JR, love JR. Who doesn't? I miss him being around. Wish he could come back for the Rumble. I would like to see him do announcing one more time. But And Tony Schiavone, dear Lord, that man is amazing. Just to hear It Sting live is just phenomenal. We went the other day. We were able to watch Dynamite and Rampage, and when they were in Chicago.
Shout out to Vetix.
Hey, you gotta love them. Keep them coming. So here's the thing. Gotta love the announcers. So I don't mind some of the ones we got going on in WWE. Unfortunately, I miss Pat McAfee. I mean, I get he had a hell of an opportunity. I love Pat McAfee. I'm a Pennsylvania guy, not far from Pittsburgh. Pat McAfee. Love your podcast. Loved you as a WWE announcer. I even loved you more in the ring. I think Pat McAfee is a freaking star on the mic and in the ring. Love the guy. I miss him being an announcer. But, I do like some of the Iconics doing, the announcing. It's the Royal Rumble. I mean, it's one of the big ones. So I just really hope it's a good pay-per-view. I hope. And you mentioned earlier telling everybody about Cody Rhodes. I think everybody speculated he's coming back to the Rumble, but a lot of people originally thought that's not enough turnaround time for him to come back. So I would have liked them to not have said anything, and maybe he just enters his number 28, 27, 22, and everybody pops and loves it. But then again, the real question now is, does he come back on Raw 30, or does he come back at the Royal Rumble?
I think with the pre-announcement that he's going to be there, he might come back before.
That could be the surprise. Maybe he comes back on Raw 30. If not, I think maybe it's even more surprising that he doesn't come back on Raw 30, and that means he's at the Rumble. And then now what I wonder would be, I miss when they used to do, like when we watched some of the old Rumbles, they used to show you the people picking the number out of a spinning thing or getting it assigned. Like there was a couple years when Teddy Long was general manager, where loved him, yeah. So and he used to be a referee.
My favorite GM.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't know if a lot of people know he was a ref.
Yeah,
and then he was a GM. So my thing, I've always wanted to be a ref, but my thing is, I wanted to be in WWE, but
I feel like refs get yelled at too much.
See, I would just count 1, 2, 3 in the ring on Raw every week would be a game changer. Dude, I just want beat up as a ref.
I mean, we're talking about refs. I mean, like
Randy Orton. Wait, time out. Randy Orton. He's been out for a long time. What if he comes back at the Rumble?
I think Randy Orton got canceled the other day.
Why?
I don't know.
I think he's just been injured. I thought he's been injured for a while.
No, I think he's injured too, but I think he just got something happened the other day. I'm gonna look that up.
I've heard nothing about this, so maybe people could let us know if they have heard this, but maybe we'll look it up ourselves too. But anyways, regardless, if he doesn't, it's been a long time. Or speaking about Randy Orton, what if Matt Riddle comes back? I know he's also maybe
he's in rehab, sir.
Okay, so basically nobody's coming back.
Rehab.
Like real rehab?
Yeah.
420 Matt Riddle.
Not for weed. He's other reasons.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Come on, stick to the 420 Matt Riddle. So many stoner jokes, and you.
Oh my god, dude, that Shotzi elimination was pretty wild.
Come on, man.
Did you see that?
Well, I wish him the best. I love Matt Riddle in the ring.
Yeah, we wish you the best. We hope that you're, because a good recovery and you really get the help that you need, and then we hope you.
I mean, trust me, life is tough out there.
Continue to do great.
We get it, but yeah, come back to us, wrestle again. Hey, there's Rhea Ripley, my pick to win it all. Let's see it happen here. Foreshadowing. But, no, I think Randy Orton, if he's not for some reason canceled, I think him coming back and making a pot. I mean, everyone will go insane for Randy Orton. They always do. So I think that. So, ow. Outside of. God damn it. Some of the other matches that some of the other matches going on at the Rumble, the title match, Roman and Kevin Owens, I think, Ronda Rousey with a hell of an elimination. Roman and Kevin Owens, I think that'll be a great match.
Eliminated, by the way, this is like, I think Ronda
yeah,
Rousey.
I don't think. What if we're number 30? We don't know. But the thing is that I think that Roman wins here. I think everybody expects him to win. Now, maybe if WWE wants to shock the world, they have Kevin Owens take it at the Royal Rumble. I think that would be a stunner. Maybe Sami Zayn screws Roman Reigns, and that's the biggest thing that's ever happened. I don't know. But I expect the Roman win. Outside of that, Bray Wyatt winning the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match obviously makes sense. I think women's title is really up in the air. Bianca Belair or Alexa Bliss. That's another debate we could have there because I love Alexa. They're pushing her hard. Well, she's dark. She's dark Alexa now. I think she has a new entrance. I think she's changed. I don't know if Lily's coming back or not. Maybe Lily comes back and helps her win the title. I don't know.
Didn't somebody recently have Lily like in the background?
Possibly. I mean, Uncle Howdy's appeared. I mean, what if a distraction wins it for her? I don't know. I mean, you could be doing. Maybe Bray Wyatt himself comes out. Maybe we know who Uncle Howdy is finally. What if Uncle Howdy's in the Men's Royal Rumble?
That would be interesting.
Mind blowing. I don't know.
Uncle Howdy's the
I would
first
like
entrant in a Royal Rumble and beats everybody without lifting a hand.
See, the thing I think about this year's Rumble is there's a lot up in the air. Like, I do fully believe on who the winners might be, but how they get to it and who's the final four or final three.
The first Triple H direct
right.
Royal Rumble.
I want a swerve. I want a shock. I want someone that you know, and I want someone that you're blown away by. I want a surprise. I think we're all going to be happy with the result here.
We're in.
Mandy Rose, we did not. She's number 29.
Play?
Yeah, I'll take this one. Ooh, Mandy Rose in pink. So, yeah, no, I'm just a little bit focused on Mandy Rose right now. It's a little hard not to be, whether it's in the game or in real life. I mean, that woman was a hell of an NXT champion. She's absolutely gorgeous. It was sad to see her go. No, I'm about to though. But now here's the okay. What if WWE somehow brings back Mandy Rose for the Royal Rumble? What if this is all
I don't think so.
What if they work something out?
I think that
I'm just really missing Mandy Rose. Okay?
I think the WWE is really banking on Disney for some reason buying them, which I don't see possible. So they're trying to keep it as PG as possible.
Well, I would like Mandy Rose to go to AEW, or I would just like Mandy Rose to keep being Mandy Rose because, let's be real, I'm okay with her content.
Mandy Rose is all elite.
I'm okay with it. Mandy Rose. Now this would be a cool little final thing. We got Shotzi will be in the Rumble probably. Billie Kay, that would be another Iconics member. That would make sense. Like I said about Peyton Royce, if there was any Forbidden Door-ness. Now I also don't know if maybe the Forbidden Door was 1 year and related more to just what AEW was doing. There was WWE just kind of following suit, but also So anyways, back to the Alexa and Bianca Belair match. I don't know. I'm conflicted. I think Bianca winning makes a lot of sense. I think you're pushing Alexa right now. You're making her be kind of the dark Alexa, and it would make sense for her to win the title as well. Oh, threw out Ronda Rousey.
Nice.
Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go. Nah, we'll leave it. So I'm trying to think. What is your pick for what would your pick be for the women, or not the women's, the Bianca Belair and Alexa, who's winning the title?
I honestly think with Triple H in charge, there's going to be a big Bray Wyatt push. I think he's going to go with the more creative ideas. So I think the Alexa Bliss win will definitely help, empower that push.
And I'm out.
You could tell.
I'm out by Mickie James.
Oh snap!
I was hitting the counter button. Apparently, that doesn't mean anything in this game. So let's go Rhea Ripley, and I'm extremely pissed. This is bullshit. I wanted to speak. I'm trying to focus, and chaos ensues. I lost my beverage too. Jaden is not alive at the moment. There's a lot going on.
Alive. He's just super nice.
There's just a lot happening, folks. But I am out, unfortunately. Mandy, I love you. Don't hate me.
Yeah, I think Alexa Bliss was going to win just so they can further the storyline for the company as a whole. Now, who is your absolute wild card for the Women's Royal Rumble? Like, out of left field, anybody you can think of? Like,
to
surprise
win or just be...
win.
Jesus.
Or just a surprise entrant.
I guess maybe a surprise entrant to win, and even be a surprise, would be someone to me like giving them another run that's more of a legend status. Like, what if you bring back Trish Stratus and have her go at, Charlotte Flair for the women's title at WrestleMania? What if you bring back, just as a surprise, like some of the other people from years ago? Christy Hemme comes to mind. Like I said, Stacy Keibler. Maybe Michelle McCool. I mean, married to The Undertaker, for example. She's always around. I think she's someone who usually comes back and has a good little run in a Rumble. But it'd be cool to see one of them win and, maybe get a shot at like Edge did. Edge came back. Obviously his story is different, and everybody loved to see him come back. But it'd be nice to see someone come back that is, a legend in their own right. The crowd can get behind, and it makes sense to have a push of, that type of matchup.
Yeah, I can't even think of like anybody.
Or like I said, the Bella Twins. I mean, would they win? No, but could they win? I could see it. They're both moms now. It'd be interesting to see them come back. Shout out to a lot of the women in WWE being moms and wrestling in WWE. That sounds like a hell of a gig. Being a mother's hard enough, and then you're also a WWE superstar. I mean, Becky Lynch comes to mind. She's currently doing it right now. But outside of that, like both Bellas, they became moms, and they currently don't wrestle, but do come back and do it. Maurice, you could say that does the same thing. Multiple children there. Kind of amazing when you think about it. But also, I feel like I do see a lot of things changing as you get towards WrestleMania and, quote unquote, this, new year. Do we ever get a Big E again? I know he's recovering. I know he's partially recovered. I just don't know if he'll ever be back. Also, when and who do the Usos lose the tag titles to? And, I think a candidate would be maybe a Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, or a Sami Zayn and a Kevin Owens. I think those would be great people to take the titles from them. And then when does Roman lose? I think Cody Rhodes getting it makes sense, but also, what if we get Roman for a whole nother year? I mean, you could put Cody Rhodes off for a while. You could have someone eliminate him, and that sets up, a feud between the two. Like Walter eliminates Cody Rhodes, so he goes for the Intercontinental title. And then, in the meantime, you could have Seth Rollins face Roman Reigns. You could have Drew McIntyre face Roman Reigns. You could have Seth Rollins face, or I just said Seth Rollins, Sheamus face Roman Reigns. Yeah, give me a Shinsuke and a Roman, or something like that.
You know who is my women's, like, out of left field, like, surprise, like, entrant or winner? Vicky Guerrero.
Vicky Guerrero. Everybody keeps picking AEW, folks. I tell you. Vicky Guerrero. Oh, man.
Tori Wilson.
I mean,
Jacqueline.
She once married Dolph Ziggler, your other pick of...
I know.
Or not married, she managed. I think she married Edge, though. And managed, one of the two. I don't know. Vicky Guerrero, I mean, hell, she's been around. She could be in the Rumble, but I'm going to go with no, sir.
Is Melina back?
She could be in. I mean, we did have John Morrison there for a while, so... He doesn't wrestle now, though, but he could come back for the Rumble, too, when you think about it. Hey, Mickie James won. I don't see that happening.
That's a complete wild card.
I don't see it happening,
I
but...
don't see this happening.
Now, I think she eliminated Rhea towards the end. I do see Rhea going.
What if WWE buys TNA right? Well, I'm sorry. What if WWE buys Impact and uses that as their, like, Ohio Valley, Florida State wrestling? Because NXT is a little bit more professional now. I think it's like more of a third brand than developmental.
We'll check out the highlight reel to see what happened a little bit there.
Dude, the highlight reels are always garbage. We're not going to see anything interesting. Look at that, like...
Yeah, there's no highlight. Hey, I need her in the face.
Yeah, but that's not what the focus is on.
No. But, I think it's going to be a hell of a Rumble. I love it. I'm excited. I like doing fun things during the Rumble. If you guys want a good idea, you gather, you watch with some friends, whether it's 3 of you, 8 of you, 6 of you, doesn't matter. But if you throw all 30 entrants into a hat and you have everybody draw out numbers, you could all throw $10, $20 in a pool, and whoever has the winning number, they win the money. You could do a fun little gambling thing while you watch the Royal Rumble. Pure chance. You get number 4, 8, 22. Just a little bit of extra excitement out there for the Rumble for you. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I love it. I think it's the best thing out there. It's one of my favorite pay-per-views over time. a lot of the winners, a lot of the different moments. I do remember in a lot of the older ones they used to incorporate a lot of weapons at times. I would like to see some weapons used out of nowhere. That'd be kind of fun.
Well, do you think PG WWE is going to do that, especially with the possibility of them being...
You would see, I feel like they've been more not PG lately. They've been more TV-14, so to speak. They've been more edgy, was what they were going for.
Well, you know what I was thinking about recently? So I figured out WWE is only worth so much because of their media licensing rights.
Well,
how well are they performing, like, actually? Like, what if they're actually struggling and it's just their licensing rights to how their legacy media is just so high? Like, do we know anything like that?
I have no idea. Jaden's up. Well, I think some of the other things that we could touch on here is just the behind the scenes things. Like I feel like it's a better product going on lately. I feel like there's some better matches. You're having some turns, heel and face and heel. I think you might see Alpha Academy maybe become a face team. I think Otis doing the worm lately kind of leads that into what's maybe going that way. Just like I said, maybe you see the Street Profits go heel, or at least Montez Ford. Ring. I would like to see Ricochet have a good run in the Royal Rumble. I forgot to mention him as anybody. I don't see him winning at all, but I would like to see Ricochet just let him have a good run and show off some of the things he can do. I feel like he does pretty great. Maybe, I could see Rod Van Dam coming back. That could be a legend that comes back. Maybe for Raw 30, or maybe for the Royal Rumble. We get a little RVD action, Frog Splash.
Do we think RVD still cares about this company, though?
I mean, depends on what they probably offer him to come back. I do like my one thing I mentioned earlier. What if The Rock comes back and wins and faces Roman? That would just be a shocker, a stunner. The people would go insane if he came back in the Rumble.
I think that'd be interesting, though. I don't see why he would come back for anything other than just like a family fight, though. So I figured, what if Mustafa Ali wins? That'd be crazy.
Mustafa Ali. Yeah, he's very, I don't know, great athlete there, too.
Alright, so we're going to be moving on to our next topic now. We're going to be talking a little bit about AEW, what's going on over there. We already have our Royal Rumble predictions, wild ideas, our crazy theories, and who we hope wins out there. So we figured it's a good time to switch to our next topic, which is AEW related. How do you feel about the Kenny Omega taunting of CM Punk recently at a Chicago show?
I'm all for it. I mean, they won the trio titles. That was a hell of a best of 7 series. We saw one or two of the matches actually when we went, so that was fun. But yeah, I'm all for it. I think AEW would be crazy to not capitalize on somehow doing a match again with Punk and Omega, or a lot of them. But I'm a fan. AEW's great. AEW is a great product.
I'm not gonna lie to you. He may have been a Ring of Honor child, and it was cool to see him move up to WWE back in the day. But for me, it's just if you're toxic in the back ring, I don't care how good you are as a wrestler, how good you get promos. If you're just bad for the business, you're bad for the business, dude. So I don't care that he's from Chicago, but I don't support you. You're kind of a dickhead. So I think it's well deserved, and I hope they continue to make fun of him.
Yeah, see, I mean, I'm just all for. I think you bring him back and have a match, or else it's a lost opportunity that people will want to see. But then again, if you get rid of him, whatever, he came back, we already got what we wanted. I'm okay with it. Exactly, Tigger. But no, the other thing is I do like a lot of the. I liked Wardlow as the TNT champ. It's unfortunate that I feel like it's unfortunate that he lost to Samoa Joe. I did like to see a double champ with TikTok Championship. I do like to see. I like to see Samoa Joe as a double champ. But yeah, I want to see Wardlow with the title again. I think he deserves a world champ run. I think he deserves the TNT Championship again. But
Oh, what just happened? Oh, it switched. Sorry about that, guys. Weird audio double. Probably small.
nice. But yeah, I want Wardlow with the title again. I did like Samoa Joe as a double champ. I'm cool with Darby Allin winning. Love Darby Allin. Love Sting with him. Hell of a wrestler there. Darby reminds me of like a Jeff Hardy. Just does some crazy shit. But yeah, I mean, I like Hangman versus Moxley right now too. MJF is the champ. About time. You know, love to hate the guy. He just makes a hell of a great heel champ. I love all the.
How long do you think MJF is going to stay champ?
A while.
Because, see, here's my thing. I think Kenny might start doing a singles run. And I think he's going to dog over MJF.
I mean, maybe eventually, but right now they got a lot going on with outside of, I think, using Kenny. I mean, Adam Cole just returned. I think he returned as more of a face. Set up Adam Cole versus MJF. I mean, he's a hell of a talker, so I think that's great. Adam Cole versus MJF would be a hell of a matchup. Bryan Danielson versus MJF, you can do that for a while. Give me Moxley versus MJF, Hangman versus MJF. I mean, hell, I'll do a Darby Allin versus MJF. So I'm good with MJF for a while. He could be the Roman Reigns AEW when it comes to heel champion, I think. He can win clean. He can win by being a dick. Everybody will love to hate him. He pushes the concept of turning kind of face a little bit at times, and it's just like, yeah, I hate MJF, but it's similar to why I hate The Miz. They're good at what they do. Yeah, but I mean, I like AEW. I've liked it from the beginning. I like the talent they have. There's certain things that I think they could do better. I want to see more Keith Lee. I don't really care much for Isaiah Swerve Scott on the show. I do like Jay Lethal and Samoa Joe.
I feel like they do kind of do like the TNA thing of kind of hiring just any random WWE stars they leave, because I definitely didn't see him like as a good AEW hire.
I mean, they do just hire a lot of people. I mean, they did that with some of the women talent as well. I mean, I'm also okay with some people that they have hired. I mean,
definitely not everyone.
But I mean,
they are a victim.
They just take everybody when they can, which I'm good with. But I think you'll slowly see some of the AEW people bounce to WWE. I think that's bound to happen down the road. But I like the main core of AEW, Chris Jericho, and that whole.
How do you like the new design?
I mean, I've said it once, I'll say it again. I don't see a lot wrong with AEW.
Well, no. I mean, like, do you think the new design's an improvement, or do you think like the old design was probably better? Because, you know, like, since the new year, they kind of changed how Rampage looks and how...
I don't know. I feel like I don't like change in a way, so I guess I could say I like the old one, but I'm not against the new one. I think it looks good. I think both look good. I mean, really. I do...
I think they should have had a 6-sided ring.
See, I don't know. I'm a classic ring kind of person.
I know. I was making a joke.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Where's Scarlett? She's not in the entrance?
No, I think she is. In case you guys didn't... Yeah, no, it's definitely not going to be in the video because it was before we started recording the audio. Chris chose Gimp, Karrion Kross.
Gimp. Karrion Kross is great.
At least they're not making him wear the mask.
I think we're going to see Scarlett wrestle.
Oh, maybe she's not in here.
I don't know.
She was in the storyline for 2K22, so I figured she was a part of his entrance.
I'm pretty sure she's... Yeah, maybe they just... Well, when he got called up to WWE, she didn't.
Yeah, well, it's funny enough.
So that's why.
I know I told you, but she recently made her premiere in another promotion. Because the promotion she premiered in tapes like 6 months out.
Oh.
So she did some tapings, you know, before they got called back up to WWE. So now she just made her debut, despite already being in WWE again.
Yeah, I'm a big AEW person. I thought the promo Adam Cole cut the other day was phenomenal. I liked it when Cody jumped from AEW to WWE. I feel like, yeah, AEW, it was fun to go to. We've been twice, like I said. We've been to 2 Dynamites and a Rampage.
Yeah, shout out to AEW for, hooking up veterans. Appreciate it.
But yeah, I do say that the what do you call it? The going twice, but seeing 3 shows. We went. I believe it was Thanksgiving. We went and they taped. It was Rampage the same night. So we saw. It was a double taping. It was Rampage and Dynamite. So it sounds weird, but we've seen 3 shows, but went twice. So
yeah.
I'm not crazy when I say that. But both were fun. I've enjoyed seeing AEW. I enjoy going to WWE as well. But going to AEW was definitely, I feel like, a different environment.
To the WWE show, yeah, have we?
Well, not together. I mean, I've been to numerous. I've been to pay-per-views. I've been to Raws, SmackDowns.
I'm talking about together.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been to a ton over the years, which is why I love living here. I've been to a couple in Milwaukee. I've been to a ton in Chicago. So, no, we do have to go. But lately it's been more convenient or doable to do AEW. And so I will say it's a lot of fun. And I feel like it's a different environment. If you actually listen to us and you live in Chicago, you'll understand the concept of going to a Cubs game versus a Sox game. It's a different environment. So when you go to AEW, it's a different crowd. It's a different environment. There's different chants. I feel like it's more serious wrestling. I feel like it's it was somewhat more fun, I think, going to AEW than WWE.
Yeah. Well, I'm honestly the first time I ever went to go watch wrestling was AEW. I always watched WWE on TV. I never actually went to the promotion live.
Oh, yeah. So then we definitely have to go to WWE then,
I think
for sure.
You might have selected the wrong character, dude.
I picked Sheamus.
Oh, I thought you picked Karrion Kross.
No.
Oh, so I was beating you up.
Yeah, you jackass.
I thought that you were the computer.
No, I'm Sheamus.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. So we have to go to WWE then because I feel like you need to go, but. As someone who's been to numerous events, I do feel like AEW was kind of a more fun environment. It was more enjoyable. I think a better overall crowd experience. Now, I think I've been to bigger venues and more.
I mean, to be fair, our first AEW was CM Punk's last AEW besides the pay-per-view. So that was a different atmosphere, but. That is a good atmosphere, Yeah, I am gonna admit that obviously it's not like the every night atmosphere, so they might have some bad shows, but
yeah, but it's just overall the crowd I think is more into it. There's some of the more appreciation for wrestling and good matches and just doing it right. Or like I said, the Adam Cole promo would have been fun to attend, or being there and hearing Tony Schiavone say it's Sting, like it just did it for me. You know what I mean? Like WWE is a blast, but I think the crowd's more silent at times. I think it's just not as fun. But like I said, I've been to bigger venues. I've been to more capacity of an event. But I think AEW was a bit of more of a fun time. And then being here in Chicago is nice because they tend to come here a lot. I mean, WWE does as well, but I think AEW comes here more.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the times WWE does come here, it's a lot of house shows. Like, I do remember, actually, I think at the last Chicago house show, there was actually an issue with Karrion Kross and I always forget her name.
Scarlett?
Yeah, Scarlett. A fan had thrown something at Scarlett from the crowd.
Well, they're both from Chicago, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh no, they claim they're from Chicago.
They're from the burbs,
some faraway suburb.
But yeah, I enjoyed AEW a lot. I miss kind of the NXT war they had, like NXT and AEW when they went at it. Yeah. I love AEW. It's fun. I regularly watch it on a Wednesday. I don't keep up with Rampage as much. I feel like it's just there's a lot going on, and I do watch Dynamite though regularly, and it's worth it. I enjoy every minute of it. Also watch NXT. You need to watch NXT more. It's a great product. You get to see a lot of the
I
up and
gotta
comers.
start making more
Well, the
time
thing is,
for
they've
it.
also like the New Day's tag team champs in NXT.
Well,
so.
I don't know how long it's gonna last with Big E being out, and then they just recently announced that Xavier Woods is injured.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if you know that, but they just.
Well,
announced
still,
it.
I like that they sent them there, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm.
No, yeah, I think it's good too, because then you have like a more experienced team, like, but people are still.
Well, but they've
up-and-coming.
also sent like Apollo Crews. They've sent Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
They send people who aren't really doing something in WWE, and then also it's like a way that they get to also become better. They get to help the talent. I feel like. Why is this not doing this?
Can you
There we
not
go.
do that? I'm trying to take him out. Fine.
Come on! Why would you stop me from pushing the ladder over? Are you fucking kidding me? We're
I
gonna
don't
let
know
him
if we're-
win.
for
We're gonna
the-
let him win.
No, we're not gonna let him win.
Come on.
Chris is getting really into the game.
Getting agitated.
For those of you that are only listening to the audio version of this podcast, we do play WWE 2K22 and soon to be 23.
Well, and we can kick it old school. We were gonna play SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, but
yeah, well, let's talk out of it.
well, no, we'll play that next time. You know, no reason we can't play multiple ones. Yeah, there it is. Boom! Powerbomb on a ladder. This is what I like to see. But no, I love myself some AEW. The talent is great. It gets better and better, I think. I like seeing Samoa Joe in the ring. That was someone who I enjoyed him in WWE, like WWE when he was there. Also in NXT mostly.
I think
But,
he had better runs outside of WWE promotions, though.
Oh, well, yeah, he
was
mainly
way
spent his whole
better
career in
Impact,
TNA. I mean,
and I
so.
think he's doing better in AEW.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That he wrestled. Well, he got hurt, and then I think WWE didn't let him, do his thing anymore. So, I once again, Sting better in AEW.
Well, talking about things that I think we think WWE should do, I brought up to you at work earlier that I think WWE should reach out to like another cable, like a HBO type of channel, and I think maybe if done right, we'd see an ECW resurgence, but have it TVMA, make it like an HBO Max exclusive show. So that way we can revive hardcore wrestling without, having to worry about hurting like our public image. Like, no, this is our adult wrestling show. Like, let's see a revergence of extreme wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, I miss ECW.
I mean, shit, maybe we, bring Paul Heyman back again. I know he had issues with the last revival, but maybe we bring him back and we give him full control. Let him run ECW the way it should have been ran.
He's busy with the tribal chief, all right?
I think we need to put an end to this.
He's Roman's special counsel, and he enjoys it. Head of the
This
table,
is what
all
I
right?
think of the
Head of the
tribal
table.
chief.
Wow.
For those of you who are listening to the audio podcast, I just F5'd Chris's
I don't know. It's like
character.
a combination of an F5 meets a go to sleep. I don't really know what that was.
Maybe it was a go to sleep.
But it was like a combo type of move.
Oh, whoa, why am I going down? Alright, we have So
Well, Royal Rumble is this coming. Well, what is today? Sunday, right? Yeah. So technically, we got Raw.
Oh, he just
Boom.
he
See ya.
finished
See ya. Bro kick. So basically, we have the Raw 30 on Monday, so that's tomorrow, and then we got the Rumble a week from today. So next. Well, no, it's actually a Saturday. WWE doing their Saturdays these days. I'm not a fan. I was more a Sunday
there's
person.
a rumor that they might be ditching the PLE once the Hulu contract goes away.
Oh.
Going back to pay-per-view, or going back to pay-per-view specifically for the bigger events, and smaller events will be PLEs. So like WrestleMania will go back to being a pay-per-view.
I'd be cool with that in a way, like the big ones, but my bigger thing is just more,
How are we both stunned right now? Why are we letting the bots beat us?
I don't know. This is just... I'm tired. But no, I really like the Sundays. It worked better for me. So my thing is, I think it will air on Saturday. However, I do believe I may have to watch it on Sunday. I might try to watch it live or most of it live, but I think I might have to watch and have a little watch party on Sunday and do that instead. But basically, I think Raw 30 will be a blast. I think that'll be a good one. And then I do think that the Royal Rumble, I'm going to watch, like I said, probably on Sunday, but maybe I'll watch it on Saturday. But either way, I feel like... Oh, I'm trying to make him not win right now. Sorry, guys. This is ridiculous.
And I just won.
This is bullshit.
And on that note, I think we're going to call it here. So
Absolute
we're
bullshit.
We're going to begin the wrap up. So just to kind of
Cheat
go
codes.
over cheat codes.
Cheat codes.
I just snuck it when nobody was paying
But
attention.
the TikTok championship.
Yeah.
But no, I think that Raw 30 will be great. I think the Rumble will be amazing. We'll probably do this again after we watch the Rumble, I would assume. That way we know who the winners are. Wrapping it up real quick, I think Cody Rhodes takes the men's, maybe Sami Zayn. And then I do think Rhea Ripley takes the women's. Outside of that, I think you had the similar picks there, Jaden.
Well, I
Jaden
think
is not
Cody
here to weigh in.
Rhodes is going to win the men's. I think Rhea Ripley is going to win the women's. And yeah, I do like the changes made to AEW in this new year, and I'm excited to
Tony
see
Khan.
this new
Tony
year.
Khan's killing it.
Yeah.
I do like Tony Khan. We got to see him at the one event we went to. So, I hope everybody liked it. I hope if you're a wrestling fan like us, you got, a lot of the insight. So, I think we're in for a hell of a year with Triple H, with the Rumble, with the pay-per-views. A lot to look forward to.
Yeah, so we appreciate you guys for coming out. We hope that you guys like, follow, subscribe. We're going to be on YouTube, Facebook. We're just we just want to branch out. We want people to listen to our wrestling podcast, just hear some three dudes hang out and talk about wrestling.
Well, maybe three dudes. We have 2.5 sometimes.
Depends if Jaden can remain conscious long enough.
But no, I hope everybody enjoys the Rumble. I think we're in for a hell of a ride to the road to WrestleMania.
Hey everybody, Sebastian from the future here, just working on editing this video so you guys get to see the podcast in its first iteration as good as possible. I just wanted to take the time and thank you guys again for coming out, and if you like our content, please stick around. We're going to be doing podcasts in the future. We're going to be hopefully going for weekly podcasts, maybe bi-weekly, depending on, the logistics of the situation. So yeah. What's showing up on the screen now is our personal social media accounts. If you'd like to give us a follow, we appreciate that. And we'll see you guys next time.